In a world where MMORPG mechanics dictate reality, Yggdrasil, an immersive VR game, offers players the chance to grow stronger by leveling up, acquiring skills, and wielding powerful weapons. However, the protagonist Jaryon is dealt an unfair hand when he starts with nothing but a basic wooden stick. By sheer accident, or possibly a mysterious bug, the wooden stick is reinforced to +99, making it one of the most overpowered weapons in the game. Despite being underestimated and ridiculed for using a beginner's weapon, Jaryon quickly rises through the ranks, using his absurdly powerful stick to obliterate enemies, defeat powerful bosses, and uncover the secrets behind the game's hidden mechanics. As he progresses, Jaryon encounters strong enemies, guild conflicts, and system anomalies, all while being pursued by powerful forces who seek to either recruit him or eliminate him. With his wit, determination, and a ridiculously broken weapon, he challenges the rules of the game itself. Cheon Yeowon, an orphan of the demonic cult, is constantly oppressed and faces assassination attempts due to his low status as an illegitimate prince. He is viewed as weak and unworthy of succession within the cult's treacherous and brutal hierarchy. However, his fate changes when a mysterious descendant from the future suddenly appears and injects him with an advanced nano-machine, a microscopic AI system capable of enhancing his physical abilities, healing wounds, and providing strategic guidance. This revolutionary technology grants Yeowon superhuman abilities, allowing him to improve his martial arts exponentially and overcome adversaries who once sought to eliminate him. Determined to survive, grow stronger, and claim leadership of the cult, Yeowon embarks on a ruthless journey, mastering forbidden techniques, defeating powerful enemies, and uncovering the deep-seated secrets of the Mirim world. Along the way, he challenges both the demonic cult and the larger martial arts world, using his intelligence, combat skills, and technological edge to reshape history itself. The story follows Dan Sayu, a man born with an unparalleled gift for martial arts in a world dominated by warriors and sects. Despite being from a humble background, he possesses an unyielding will and extraordinary talent, allowing him to climb the ranks of the Mirim through sheer perseverance and skill. Dan Sayu's journey is filled with hardships, betrayals, and brutal battles as he rises to become a legendary warrior feared by both allies and enemies. His relentless pursuit of strength and justice leads him into conflicts with powerful sects, imperial forces, and rival martial artists, each seeking to claim dominance in the chaotic martial world. Through countless duels, wars, and strategic battles, Dan Sayu carves his name into history, eventually earning the title God of War. His memoirs recount his struggles, his victories, and the blood-soaked path he took to become an unrivaled legend. Kong Jin-hyuk was an ordinary high school student until a tragic accident led to his untimely death. However, instead of staying dead, he was reincarnated into a different world as the Crimson Demon, a feared and powerful master of martial arts in the Mirim world. After a lifetime of slaughter, power, and betrayal, he meets his demise once again, only to find himself back in his original world. Now reborn as Kong Jin-hyuk in modern-day Korea, he retains all of his martial arts skills, supernatural abilities, and battle instincts from his time as a Mirim master. However, instead of seeking conflict, Jin-hyuk wishes to live a peaceful life. Unfortunately, his overwhelming strength and ruthless combat skills make it impossible for him to stay under the radar. As he gets entangled with gangsters, corporate rivals, supernatural beings, and secret organizations, he realizes that his past as the Demon Master might be the key to surviving in this new world. Despite his desire for peace, trouble always finds him, forcing him to unleash his demonic power once more. For 10 years, humanity fought a losing battle against the Shadow Labyrinth, a deadly phenomenon that wiped out most of civilization. At the heart of the battle was Desir Armin, a talented but overlooked magician who, despite his strategic mind and determination, ultimately perished along with his remaining comrades. However, instead of facing death, Desir mysteriously regresses 13 years into the past, returning to the time when he was a student at the Hebrian Academy, the most prestigious magic school in the kingdom. Armed with memories of the future and knowledge of impending disasters, he is determined to change fate, strengthen humanity, and prevent the destruction of the world. Using his tactical brilliance, Desir begins gathering allies, training weaker students, and influencing the powerful figures who once disregarded him. He also seeks to unravel the mysteries behind the Shadow Labyrinth and the forces manipulating events from the shadows. Can Desir rewrite destiny and make humanity strong enough to survive the coming catastrophe? Guchanga is reborn into a Xianxiao world filled with heavenly chosen protagonists, legendary treasures, and grand destinies. However, instead of being the typical hero, he realizes that he has been reincarnated as the fated villain, the ultimate antagonist meant to be defeated by the main protagonists of the world. But unlike other villains who blindly follow their scripted downfall, Guchanga possesses a system that helps him exploit and manipulate destiny itself. Using his intelligence, overwhelming strength, and ruthless tactics, he begins outwitting and eliminating protagonists, stealing their fortunes, plot armor, and heavenly treasures for himself. As he grows stronger, Guchanga plays the role of a benevolent noble on the surface, while secretly orchestrating schemes to maintain his dominance. He crushes righteous sects, manipulates heroines, and dismantles the so-called Heaven's Chosen, one by one, proving that in this life, the villain will not fall. Will Guchanga rewrite fate and become the true ruler of this world, or will destiny eventually catch up with him? After a mysterious tower appears in the real world, people are forced inside to survive through its deadly floors, gaining abilities and levels as they progress. However, Hyanu Kim, a once normal man, is trapped inside the tutorial tower for 12 years due to an unknown curse. During his imprisonment, Hyanu conquers every monster, dungeon, and challenge the tower has to offer, becoming absurdly overpowered. When he finally escapes, he finds the world outside overrun with monsters, hunters, and corrupt organizations that seek to control the tower's power. Now, armed with unmatched strength and combat experience, Hyanu sets out to take revenge on those responsible for his imprisonment, uncover the truth behind the tower, and protect the world from hidden threats, all while hilariously overpowering every enemy in his path. In a world where 12 divine zodiac saints protect humanity from monstrous creatures called calamities, one man stood above them all, Li Jian. Dubbed the strongest hero, he was humanity's greatest warrior and the only one without divine sponsorship from the gods. However, during a dungeon raid, he is betrayed by his own comrades, sealed away, and left for dead. For 20 years, everyone assumes he is gone, until one day, he returns, stronger than ever. Now back in a world that has moved on without him, Jian is furious and out for revenge. He sets out to hunt down the traitorous Zodiac Saints, exposing their secrets and making them pay for their betrayal. With his overwhelming power and combat experience, he dominates every battle, proving that the so-called heroes are nothing compared to him. As he uncovers deeper conspiracies involving the gods, the Zodiac system, and the true origins of the calamities, Jian realizes that his return is just the beginning of a much larger war.
Feared Demon King, once the ruler of countless realms, meets his end in a climactic battle against the forces of good. However, instead of perishing completely, he is reincarnated into a new world, but in a vastly weaker form. Stripped of his former power, he now serves as a lowly servant to a noble lady, in a world where magic and warriors reign supreme. Though he starts off as a mere servant, his true nature as the Demon King cannot be suppressed for long. As he regains fragments of his past power, he begins outclassing knights, defeating mages, and manipulating events from the shadows. With enemies lurking everywhere, powerful factions vying for control, and a hidden conspiracy that threatens the balance of the world, the former Demon King slowly builds his influence once more, proving that even in servitude, a ruler is still a ruler. As he regains fragments of his past power, he begins outclassing knights, defeating mages, and manipulating events from the shadows. With enemies lurking everywhere, powerful factions vying for control, and a hidden conspiracy that threatens the balance of the world, the former Demon King slowly builds his influence once more, proving that even in servitude, a ruler is still a ruler. Li Hojie was once an ordinary pro gamer, but his life changes when he receives a strange invitation to a tutorial game. Curious, he selects Hell difficulty, expecting a challenge. But what he doesn't expect is to be trapped inside a nightmarishly brutal tutorial where death lurks at every corner. Unlike others who are placed in easier levels, Hojie is completely alone in the hardest version of the tutorial, where monsters, deadly traps, and psychological torment push him to his absolute limit. Time flows differently inside, and as he survives for hundreds of years, he evolves into an unstoppable warrior. However, the tutorial is only the beginning. After finally escaping to the real world, he discovers that humanity is struggling against powerful enemies, and he may be the only one strong enough to fight back. But after centuries of isolation and suffering, will Hojie still be able to connect with others? Or has he become too detached from humanity? That's all, folks. Thank you to those who watched the video until the end. Subscribe and like the video if you liked it. See you soon.